What up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews, and today I am very excited because we are going to unbox the Portrait of Pirates Playback Memories Nami figure by Mega House. And if you have been keeping up with me or watched my collab video with Down the Weeaboo Hole, you will know that this figure and design of Nami is something that I've wanted for the longest time. She absolutely deserves to get a beautiful figure of her in this Romance Dawn outfit. And I've gotten her a lot later than usual, about 2 months plus after release date, but who cares, she's finally here and I'm a happy boy. Alright, before we get started, let's take a quick look at the box first. Right at the front we have an image of Nami, the POP logo, Playback Memories logo and the Mega House logo, Nami's name, our silver tourist sticker here to prove its authenticity, and you get a good look of what we are gonna get through this big window. The background of the box is kind of similar to Nami's shirt design, but over here you can see it's something like wood panels, maybe on the side of a building. This is the side view, another image of Nami in Orange Town, I believe, where she first appeared in the story. This is the other side, a full body image of Nami, and here we have two circular windows which are similar in design to what she has on her skirt. This is the back, just more images and photos to show us how we can display her. And finally, this is the top. As you can see, the box is brand new and sealed, so we are going to do the unboxing together. Let's go! I have taken out the parts of the figure and we have a total of 5 pieces. We have Nami's main body, the base, the wooden staff that she uses as a weapon, and the secondary head sculpt and left arm. Here you can see that she can stand fine on her own, but honestly I wouldn't recommend it because she's barely doing it. She's very wobbly and I think it is best you put her onto the base. This is how Nami looks like when put together, and honestly all I can say is that she looks absolutely amazing and beautiful. Her pre-time skip short hair, the OG Nami outfit, the non-exaggerated body proportions, and her just posing effortlessly for us. We might have been spoiled over the years with some of the crazy and dynamic POPs like the Maximum and those with Devil powers, but it's also beauty in simplicity. Just a figure standing normally and looking cool. In my opinion, this figure just captures her character completely, especially the winking face with the cheeky tongue out. That is 100% Nami. We have seen her done that so many times, and I am absolutely buzzing just looking at her in front of me. Let us take a closer look at the figure starting from the head sculpt. In terms of character likeness, I believe this could likely be the best POP Nami figure when it comes to capturing her looks from the manga and the anime. She looks exactly like her as far as I can tell. And if we talk about the details, it is right along the usual POP standards, though I did notice this time round they seem to add more details in the eyes, especially around the iris, to show a bit more reflection, maybe to add more life to the figure. And of course we can see those lashes, the eyebrows, the pointy nose. The mouth is open so we can see the teeth, the tongue, and the lips are also painted. Other than that, we also have her hair, and I like the way it is sculpted. One half is let down and the other half is tucked behind her ear. And right at the front you can see all these individual strands. They all look quite clean. A bit of shading and shadowing is lighter towards the top, darker towards the bottom. And here you can see the half with the hair let down. It's all quite dynamic. We can also see this seam line that cuts across from one end to the other end, and I think they did their best to try to hide it. But right at the top here you can see one area where it is significantly wider than the rest of the line, so I spotted that. And here on her right side you can see the hair is just tucked behind, and this is the back, all the individual strands And once again, the color is lighter at the top and darker towards the bottom. It looks quite clean and nice. The other head sculpt with the winking eye and the tongue sticking out, this is excellent as well. You can actually feel the tongue, it is elevated from the skin, so those details are honestly quite amazing. Moving on to the body, like I said, I like the outfit, so no complaints over there. The proportions are also well managed, nothing crazy, nothing over the top. But if you look at the paint application, there are some areas which are patchy. For example, right in the middle here, there's this white mark that came out of nowhere. So maybe the painter's hand slipped or something. Some paint bleeding over here. And here on the tummy, there's an area that is not fully painted with the blue stripe. And some areas like over here is also a bit messy. If you ask me, for the price that we are paying nowadays, I expect zero errors. It is what it is. You want us to pay more, then you bloody hell give us a perfect figure. I will always call you out on that, especially when it comes to production errors, production issues or QC, because in my opinion, those things can be rectified. They also added a bit of shading, like over here on the shirts, and over here and here, this light blue marks to show a bit of shadows, or maybe the reflecting of color from the blue stripes over here as well. If you look closely on the skin, there's also some areas which are darker, like over here, and some areas which are lighter. Over here on the back, we can see more shadowing, and also the patchy painting along the stripes. Details on the hands are pretty alright. You can see that the fingernails are painted over here. Same for the other hand. For her skirts, we can see the darker orange here that acts as shadows for the front creases. And towards the sides, we have those white rings, and once again you can see some painting errors over there. And towards the back here, they definitely added these creases as well as the shading to try to show us the shape of Nami's butt. I think they've done a great job here. And the other side, we also have the white rings, but it looks to be slightly better than the other one. The sculpting on Nami's legs are good as well, but once again, they have weird marks all over the place. I have no idea why. Like over here and towards the back, we also have some lines here and there. I'm not sure why they are having these issues, and I will try to erase them. Hopefully they will go away. And at the bottom here, we can see her boots. A bit of gloss on it, generally well painted, and you can probably just see for yourself the creases, the shading and shadowing. The quality on the wooden stuff is top notch. You can see the coloring and the wooden marks they have painted on it. Also some shading and shadowing, the darker colors towards the ends of the stuff, and honestly it feels like a stick that I'm holding. This is the base. It says POP Playback Memories, and at the bottom you have a nice image with oranges and money as well as Nami's name. The color is actually a bright orange color, but the camera is not capturing it right. It is actually possible to remove Nami's skirts, so you can see what she's wearing underneath, a white underwear, and some of the details over here if you're interested. It is even possible to display her like this if you want it to. The height of this figure from the bottom to the top of her head, that is around 23 cm, around 9 inches. If you want to take away the base, then it will be closer to 22.5 cm. Here I have taken out my other POP Nami figures. This is the Sailing Again Crimin version, this is the Strong World Ending version, and you can see that our Nami in the middle is just better overall in terms of the character likeness, the colors, and she's also taller than the other two figures. Here I have taken out my Nami figures from other series so we can do some height and scale comparison. This is the Grandista Nami, and this is the Glitter and Glamour Stampede version, which is along the same scale as your King of Artists, Master Stars piece, Flag Diamond Ship, Glitter and Brave, and Masterlize figures. Here we have our POP Romance Dawn trio. This is the Jump Fiesta Luffy, and this is our 10th anniversary Zoro. And boy, do they look good together like this. The nostalgia, the memories, and maybe we could have a better pre-time skip Luffy down the line, because here he looks a bit smaller compared to the other two. Alright guys, in conclusion, I feel that this figure is amazing. It is definitely a must get if you are a big Nami fan, and even if you're not, like me, I think you can still appreciate Nami and the Romance Dawn outfit, the nostalgia and charm of her in this. Main complaints are the patchy paintwork, some weird marks and scratches here and there, and for the price points of this figure, I feel that they shouldn't be happening. So if you're okay with playing a bit of Russian roulette with that, then go for it. If not, then maybe you can just enjoy the figure through my video. Okay, as usual, let me know what you guys think of this figure in the comments section below. If you like it, do give it a thumbs up, share them with your friends, and if you're new here, you like what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on new videos like this. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. I would see you very soon. Goodbye.